Hey, this is Greg Ennis with Power Prep Sports. We're here at Encore's Coaches Day, and I'm here with Dr. Chase here, former Northview Cougar, right?
Yep, back in the day.
All right.
Glad to be here.
Hey, today's a great day. Encore does a great job here. Dr. Chase, tell us a little bit about what you do.
I did a sports medicine fellowship after I finished my orthopedic surgery residency. So I worked with Dr. James Andrews, spent a year with him, was one of the assistant team doctors at Auburn in Alabama, and so got to see a lot and do a lot of neat things and learn a lot from him too. And so with that, I've been able to bring back those surgeries, those rehab protocols, and those things here to the Wiregrass area. And so I'm able to do all those same things here in Dothan, in this area that athletes traditionally we're having to go and travel to do. We can do that here. Also specialize in hip arthroscopy, so minimally invasive surgery of the hip, where we go and make some little small poke hole incisions and able to fix labral tears in the hip and hip impingement and those kind of things. So I'm the only one here in the area doing that as well.
All right. How long have you been back in this area?
2 years. This summer will be 2 years I've been back. I moved away for about 12 years to do all my training, and then moved back maybe 2 years ago.
Nice to come back home.
It's great to be back home. Yep.
Well, tell us a little bit about you. What do you like to do?
Well, my side hobby is rodeo. So I started competing in rodeos when I was in high school, and then actually took off a couple years between college and medical school and rodeo professionally for 2 years doing that. So I'm competing steer wrestling and also do some roping, but mainly steer wrestling. And that's where you jump off a horse onto a steer and then throw it down, so the fastest time wins.
We actually went to the high school rodeo that they have in Andalusia at the Kiwanis building. We went out there and actually covered that. And
I got a couple of patients that were there.
I bet you do. I think I saw one of them that was a bronc rider.
Yep.
He might if he didn't come see you, he needed to.
Yeah.
But that's an interesting hobby to have, especially in this area. How did you get involved in that?
I grew up on a farm and grew up riding horses, and then just always loved it. So I played football in high school, but after that I wanted something where I could still, be involved in a contact sport. And so I had some buddies that did it and just went from there. And but I love it. I still compete. I probably go to 1 or 2 rodeos a month if my schedule allows.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
well, it's great to have you back in this area. What Encore does and what you're able to offer these student athletes now, it's so important to have that peace of mind of knowing that I can get anything taken care of right here instead of having to make that travel and go off for rehab. In the past, everybody had to go to Columbus there for a while to Dr. Andrews, and then he had this. But now that you're offering that service here, that's a great peace of mind for the families and the players and the coaches. And we're just glad to have you down here. Let me ask you this. As far as the surgery, have you noticed anything or any trend as far as in athletics, especially high school athletics now? Any trend in any particular surgery or anything that might be happening?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the big thing we're seeing is baseball players, with their shoulder and elbow injuries. We're seeing a lot more UCL or Tommy John ligament tears than we used to. One of the neat things that I learned in fellowship was, the UCL repair, which is a new technique that's coming out. So traditionally, if an athlete tears their ligament in their elbow, they have to have a full reconstruction. It takes about a year or longer to get back from that. So their newer surgery is a UCL repair, where we can repair that ligament and augment it with a brace. And those athletes are getting back, within 5 or 6 months and throwing and playing again. So if you've got a high school athlete, that may be the difference between them missing a whole year of baseball or not. So that's one of the new things that we're able to do here. But definitely an increased trend in shoulder and elbow injuries in athletes.
Well, listen, we are so happy to have you here. And it's great what Encore's doing.
It really is. They're a huge asset to us and everything they do.
Well, listen, you're a huge asset to this whole area of what you're bringing, and we sure do appreciate it.
Thanks. Good to meet you.